If you are like the thousands and thousands and probably millions of people who are struggling trying to stay on their healthy diet plan simply because of their social interactions and how those may be impeding their process, then this video is definitely for you. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Karli. I'm a nutrition consultant and health educator. I work with people one-on-one on a regular basis to help them maintain their healthful resolve and to overcome barriers to success when it comes to their health and weight loss goals. So if you haven't seen the first video in this series, make sure you check that out. I will link it in the description box below. But this video is super important because it focuses on having that conversation with people who may be dragging you down, that you may or may not at this point realize, and they may or may not realize that they're doing it in the first place. So this is a very touchy subject for people, and it's very difficult to find the right words in these sensitive situations. So I think this video is going to be really helpful for anybody who's going through this process with some seemingly well-meaning friends and acquaintances. So the first thing you need to know when having these important conversations with your friends and family members and anybody else who you spend a lot of time with, and especially those who you tend to eat with on more occasions than not, is that these people cannot read your mind. You need to tell them exactly what you want and need to succeed in your endeavors. So some ways that you can do this is by making them feel comfortable. Make them feel like they can speak up when they acknowledge that you're doing something that's going against your value system. Let them know exactly what they can do to help you versus hurt you, or maybe impede the process to your goals. But it's also important to put those who try to coach you back into old habits on notice. So make sure there's a little red flag every time that goes off in your head when you hear somebody try to steer you back into the direction of your old habits. This is a very difficult skill that people have to develop. So just remember, regardless of the relationships that you hold with these people, what's important is that you're doing what's best for you. Period. You don't have to consider anybody else in that equation because you are ultimately the person that's going to be impacted by these decisions to eat or not eat certain foods. Are they going to pay your doctor bills when you get to the point where it's starting to impact your health? Most likely the case, you will be the one that is going to be challenged with this unfortunate outcome had you not taken these certain measures to acquire your health and vitality when you had the opportunity. So by starting the conversation by asking for their help versus blaming them in any way is going to be much more effective. But do explain the role that they're playing in your unhealthy behavior. Whether it be minimal or very obvious, this needs to be explained so you can start troubleshooting and having an open-ended discussion on exactly how to overcome this burden that is causing you a lot of inner turmoil and keeping you from achieving your goals. If you focus on the effect that their behavior is having on you versus blaming what they're doing or insinuating they have some sort of bad intention towards you, this will lessen their defensiveness and it will keep things open and supportive instead of feeling like you're pointing fingers at somebody. Then it's time to ask for a new, healthier relationship. Ultimately, you want to turn this person from an accomplice into a friend. So somebody who's going to support you in your endeavors and cheer you on, as opposed to somebody who's going to maintain a barrier and impede your success. So this is a good opportunity to brainstorm together, make it collaborative, make them part of the process, and also point out the mutual benefit that this can have for them as well. So everybody benefits from eating more fruits and vegetables, and maybe you can appeal to a way in which that this would impact something that's important to them. So if they are interested in playing with their kids when they get older and seeing their daughter get married and all those sorts of wonderful things that we do in our older years, then make sure you point that out. Like maybe you wanted to lose those few pounds, this will definitely encourage some weight loss, or oh, that diabetes medication you're on can definitely be reduced or even eliminated if you want to join me in this process, or if you want to, maybe help to encourage each other to stay on track a little bit. And don't be shy. Explain exactly what it is that you want them to do. So give them an example. Like if you see me ordering something awful at our favorite restaurant, tell them to feel free to encourage you to choose a healthier selection. And let them know that you're not going to jump down their throat. And definitely don't jump down their throat when this occasion does arise. You need to show them that they can feel comfortable in providing you with this feedback. Otherwise, it won't happen again and things will probably go right back to the way that they started. So make sure you're consistent and you follow through with exactly what you discussed in the first place. If they give you that feedback, you better honor it and put that piece of pizza down or order something better on the menu. So the best part about turning your accomplice into a friend is the fact that now you have encouraged your success twofold. Now, not only do you have somebody working in your corner, but you no longer have that individual pulling against you to keep you stuck in the same place that you've been, that you are actively trying to get out of. So this is a win-win in both directions. And according to the researchers who created Change Anything, the book that inspired this video series, this is the most powerful tool to change social influence, having these transformation conversations. You would be surprised how open people are to encouraging you and changing their habits and their tactics a little bit. But for those that are not willing, we will discuss that in the next video. So I hope you guys join me next week for the follow-up video, or if this is an older video, I'm sure it's available and I'll leave it in the description box. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.